What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and this is your $10,200 of tax-free unemployment update and your tax refunds update, as we're now receiving word that there's literally over 35 million people that we're hearing are going to be delayed in receiving their tax refunds, and this is bleeding over into that $10,200 of tax-free unemployment that you're supposed to be receiving refunds on as well, and also the child tax credit, we're hearing it could be delayed, and also the earned income tax credit, as the IRS is just saying this has made the perfect storm. There's just way too much on their plate, they're understaffed, and there's gonna be delays. So you guys, I just wanna let you know what's unfolding. I'm gonna dive into some articles and get you caught up on the latest. This is your unemployment update and your tax refund update. And once again, yes, this is the first video that I'm coming to y'all from Houston, Texas. Now, don't worry, I'm not gonna be using y'all. I know I'm from California and it just doesn't sound right when I try to say it, but we made it, we arrived safely, and I'm gonna get you guys caught up on everything that's unfolding here. I'll go ahead and do a house tour for you guys in an upcoming video, but right now the place is a mess as we're unpacking. But you guys, I'm gonna dive into these articles, get you caught up on the latest as to what we're hearing from the IRS as of today, July 2nd, 2021. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second, I would appreciate it if you could just smash that like button if you like these updates. Leave your comments down below and share this out to other people that you think might need to see this as well. It just takes a second and it helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time here, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3, and that's the best place to shoot me any specific questions that you got that you want me to answer. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm gonna get you caught up on the latest as of today, July the 2nd, on the IRS and all of the refunds and money that's supposed to be going out and hitting your accounts. Alright, so for those of you guys that have been following me here on the channel, you know that we heard from the IRS and they said you could expect a delay maybe 3 or 4 weeks to get your tax refunds, which a lot of people weren't happy about. Well, now we're hearing they're delayed even further, as a lot of those deadlines have passed and they're saying, we're sorry, we're just way too backlogged on all of the stuff that's supposed to be rolling out from the IRS. So here's an article that just came out today that says, still waiting for a tax refund? The IRS backlog has grown to 35 million returns. Now the article says a growing backlog of unprocessed tax returns now stands at 35 million, creating ongoing refund delays for millions of taxpayers, the National Taxpayer Advocate said in a recent report. That represents an increase in the IRS's backlog of unprocessed returns from May, when it was holding 31 million returns. Now, some taxpayers have recently told CBS Money Watch they have been waiting for months for their refunds. And I know a lot of viewers here on the channel have said this exact same thing to me, saying, when am I gonna get that money already? Well, it says, and they have been unable to learn when their tax return might be processed or when they can expect to receive their refund. As the typical refund stands at more than $2,800 per taxpayer, a delay could cause financial hardship, especially for the many households that rely on their refunds to pay their bills. So what we're hearing is there's so many people that are saying they have not received any information as to when they're supposed to get this, and they're getting concerned. Well, hopefully they're going to be releasing some more information. Let's go ahead and continue reading. It says, the backlog at the IRS comes after a perfect storm that created perhaps the most challenging filing season taxpayers, tax professionals, and the IRS have ever experienced, wrote the National Taxpayer Advocate Aaron M. Collins in Wednesday's report. The pandemic caused the IRS to shut down some of its operations, while it was also given more responsibilities from Congress through several new tax initiatives, such as the 3 rounds of stimulus checks that were dispersed by the tax agencies. So what they're saying is they were in charge of sending out stimulus checks. They also have to do this unemployment refund, and they also have to get taxes out, and they've got new earned income tax credits, new child tax credits. So they're saying they've got a lot on their plate, and just everything all together is causing massive delays. Now listen to this, jumping down in the article, it says, why the delays? Now it says that at the same time, while all of this is going on for the IRS, it says the IRS is also coping with the tax changes passed into law by Congress this year as well. So not only all of this stuff from 2020, but now changes happening in 2021. And it says many of these changes relate to the pandemic relief efforts, such as the recovery rebate credit, which allows people to claim additional stimulus money if they receive too little. But if the taxpayer they filled out this credit incorrectly, their forms are flagged for manual review by the IRS staff, which is added to the backlog. So one of the massive reasons for this backlog is that they're having to do manual review. So it's not just like an automatic process. They're actually having individuals sit down and review each and every one of these returns, and they literally have millions of these. So they're saying this is the main cause for this massive delay. Now, reading on, it says new provisions from the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Child Tax Credit are also causing snags in the system since the government stimulus package signed into law in December came too late for the IRS to adjust its forms and computer systems. So these new credits, these new rebates, these are also causing delays as well. And listen to this, jumping down in the article, it says backlog requires manual processing. So for this 35 million, these are all going to be reviewed by individuals. So there's literally tens of millions that require manual review. The article says manual processing of 35 million returns in the IRS backlog requires an IRS employee to review or check each one before it can move to the next step, Collins noted. And the backlog includes 16.8 million paper tax returns that need to be processed, 15.8 million returns that were suspended for further review, and 2.7 million amended returns that still need to be processed. Now, of the 15.8 million returns that need further review, more than 10 million were pulled because of errors, which could be as simple as an addition or subtraction mistake. So you guys, when we're filling these out, you got to be very, very careful to make sure that you get everything correct, because one simple mistake could delay it. Now we're hearing potentially months. And reading on the article says, phone assistance, not a luxury. It says, with so many returns backed up by the IRS, it may be no surprise that the number of calls to the IRS and visits to its website jumped this year, with the number of calls jumping to 4 times what the agency received in 2020, Collins said. Now, at the peak of the filing season this year, the IRS received about 1,500 calls a second. 1,500 calls a second. Now, the IRS couldn't keep up with demand, resulting in historically poor service. Now, for instance, the toll-free number for individual income tax services receives about 85 million calls, but only 3% of callers actually reached a customer service representative. So you guys, you can call the IRS right now, but what they're saying is it's going to be incredibly hard to get through because there's such a massive demand. Now, reading on, it says Collins also singled out the Where's My Refund tool on the IRS website as needing improvement. So noting that in many cases, the tool doesn't provide an estimate of when taxpayers might get their refund or an explanation for the holdup. And I've heard this from a lot of viewers saying, I've gone to the website, I've done the steps that they provided, and still I have no information as to when I'm going to be getting this. So you guys, I'm very sorry to report this to you, that they're saying that it's incredibly difficult to get a hold of somebody and the information on the website is not working. So they're just saying there is massive delays, but don't worry, like I said here on the channel, as more information rolls out, I'll be sure to keep you up to date. Now we're going to dive into an article that also is going to give us a little bit of an update on the $10,200 tax-free refunds that are supposed to be coming out that are also delayed as well. Alright, so link in the description below to this article that just came out today that says refund cash. Still waiting on your $10,200 unemployment tax refund break? Well, it says how to check the status, and it says the unemployment tax refund started hitting bank accounts back in May, and it will run through the summer as the IRS processes these returns. Now, we had heard that they were going to go out in 2 phases. The first being for single filers that have simple returns, they were going to be sending out those refunds, and the second phase was more complicated ones for married couples filing jointly. Well, as you know, I've done some polls here on the channel, and we have single filers and married couples that have received it, but the vast majority have not yet received those tax refunds for their unemployment benefits they received in 2020. So what we're hearing is there is just also continued massive delays. And we have heard as well that you can check the status on this, but pretty much everybody's been waiting, and those big waves that we are supposed to hit in June, those mid-June waves we heard about from the IRS, well, those never really happened. Just kind of a couple people here and there got it, but we never saw massive unloadings of these refunds. Now, reading on, the article says that one way to know the status of your refund and if it has been issued is to wait for a letter from the IRS that sends the taxpayer whose returns are being corrected their information. Now, these letters, they're going to be sent out within 30 days of the correction being made, and it will tell you if you're going to be getting a refund or if the cash was used to offset any debt that you may owe. Now, sadly, you can't track the cash in the way that you can track your refunds. So they may let you know it's been processed, but you don't know when it's going to be hitting. Now, one of the other ways they're saying you can track it, and I've mentioned this here on the channel, is through the transcripts on the IRS website. You can go to the IRS website, you can go ahead and create an account, look up your information, look up your transcripts, and you can see all the transactions taking place from the IRS, and they'll let you know if a new refund is on the way and when it has been processed. So be sure to check out that previous video. I walk you through the steps, 2020 account transcript. But you guys, just wanted to report to you the latest on this, that these are delayed. They're saying hopefully they're going to get it done, but it's just been a dominoes effect of backlogs due to everything going on with the IRS. But hopefully soon they'll get these out, and if I hear anything else, like always, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. Now you guys, I know I haven't updated you in a couple days because I've been moving from California to Texas, but there's been a lot unfolding, so I'm going to be hopping on here and getting you more videos, more information, as not just the refund delays is happening, but also we've got stuff happening with the unemployment extensions, the stimulus talks, and we heard that just yesterday, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, they passed the first portion of an infrastructure bill, the American Jobs Plan. Now that passed in the House. We'll see how it goes in the Senate, but they're making progress for the next stimulus package and providing more provisions also for people in the American Families Plan, the second portion of that infrastructure bill. So there's more stuff to get you up to date on. I'm going to do so here on the channel, and so keep an eye out for those videos, and also keep an eye out for the new house tour that I'll be doing here shortly. But you guys, hope this reaches you well. As always, once again, don't forget, smash the like button if you appreciate these updates. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. If this is your first time here, you can come join the viewing community, come join the Ram fam, and also follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. And if you want to see what trades I'm doing in stocks or cryptos, consider joining that Patreon group as well. And if you want to get some free stocks or cryptos right now, use those links in the description below. And with that being said, you guys, once again, hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.